Thank you for joining us tonight. You're listening to Live Sports on 88.3 FM, WXOU. I'm your studio host and PSA director of WXOU, Zachary Oberdier. We've got a good one for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Your Oakland Golden Grizzly men's basketball team is preparing to take on the visiting Robert Morris Colonials at the OU Credit Union Arena on nationally televised broadcast. Oakland comes into this game with double overtime victory over the Milwaukee Panthers at the UWM Panther Arena in downtown Milwaukee, where no Horizon League team had won this year, which is honestly really impressive. I can't believe OU did that. It's crazy. Jack O'Hickey and Pewaukee, Wisconsin native, showed up with a 24-point performance in front of his family and friends. Let's hope that he can replicate some of that magic tonight. Meanwhile, the Colonials come into this game after a 66-64 loss to Cleveland State Vikings at the Wolfstein Center, or Wolfstein, I don't know. They'll be looking to make a mad dash up from their 9th place spot in tonight's Markley matchup. This is the second of 3 national broadcasts Oakland has had in front of their home crowd, so it should be electric. And honestly, the crowd is probably going to go wild tonight. Noah Stalker is your play-by-play man, Gavin Smilowski is your color, and Harjun Buttar is your sideline reporter for tonight. Tip-off is at 7 p.m., and we'll get you into the action shortly. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU, based in Armand Hills, Michigan, and look forward and stay tuned for the program. Thank you.
Kurt here on play-by-play, and I'm here with Gavin Smilowski on color commentary, and we have an exciting men's basketball matchup between your Oakland Golden Grizzlies and the Robert Morris Colonials.
Yes, it's going to be a tight one today, and it's going to start with Robert Morris. They are a top rebounding team here in the Horizon League, but they are 8-13 overall, 4-6 in conference, which is good for 9th. They do have some pretty good stars on their team. Marquise Hastings leads the team in rebounds and points per game with 15.3 points and 8.4 boards. And then they have the transfer from LSU, the 6'4 guard, Justice Williams, who is averaging about 13 points per game, 3 boards, and 2 assists. But as I said, despite being one of the top rebounding teams, they do only sit in 9th. As for Oakland, they're going to look to extend their positive play they've had recently. The OU Grizzlies are 13-9 overall, but don't let that fool you. They were 8-3 in conference, which is good for 3rd in the Horizon League. And they have been on an absolute tear recently. They have won 7 of the last 8 games, and of their 5-2 home record, they have not lost at the Arena since December 6th. So Oakland tends to take care of the basketball on their home floor. And with leaders like Trey Townsend averaging 17 points a game and 7 boards, and Blake Lampin with 13 points a game and 3 assists, those guys leading your squad, it's pretty hard to lose here in the Arena.
All right, let's talk about these two teams and how they've done the past couple of games. Both of them are coming off of exhilarating matchups. Both teams, Oakland specifically, coming off a double overtime win against Milwaukee, 91-87. Meanwhile, Robert Morris has gone off 2 overtime wins as well in the past 4 games, one of which was a double overtime win themselves against Detroit Mercy and an overtime win against Purdue Fort Wayne. But unfortunately, they're coming into this game suffering a heartbreaker against Cleveland State, 66-64. So right now, like you said, Oakland does have the momentum.
Yes, and in that last game that we had for Oakland was an absolutely stellar performance for someone who was hot at the beginning of the season and tended to slow down a bit, and that was Jack Golke. Jack Golke, he came here as a transfer, and he was inserted into the starting lineup early in the season. He was a fantastic three-point shooter and a great compliment to a guy like Blake Lampin. But he's tended to slow down as we got through the year. But now, 8 threes in his last game, which was good for 30 points. I mean, that's a takeover for him, and maybe a way for him to get jump-started going into this game.
All right. While we do that, let's look over the starting 5 for both teams. For your Oakland Golden Grizzlies, your starting 5 will be Isaiah Jones, number 7, number 2, Christopher Conway, number 10, DQ Cole, number 11, Blake Lampman, and number 4, Trey Townsend. Meanwhile, for the Robert Morris Colonials, we have Marquise Hastings, number 0, number 1, Justice Williams, number 11, Stephon Walker, number 23, Ford, and number 32, Josh Corbin for the Colonials.
Yes, Hastings, as you mentioned, obviously starting in this lineup. He is the top scorer on this team, and he also happens to lead the team in rebounds as well. He's going to be a big problem for Oakland to stop. He's a taller forward, he's a stronger guy, and Robert Morris, a better rebounding team in the Horizon League, they're able to take advantage of that due to their size. And one thing we always see from Oakland is size has been an issue. But in this past season, picking up a few guys, Oakland's kind of try to make that difference. So they're going to have to fight on the boards this game if they're going to want to get in front of the Colonials.
All right, thanks for that, Gavin. We have both teams right now getting all prepared, ready to go. The arena is hyped up right now.
It's a lot of noise here. Week coming to an end. It's a Thursday night here in Auburn Hills, and the students are looking for a basketball game.
That is true, Gavin. All right, both teams are getting ready to head to midcourt to get this game underway. Tipping off for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies will be Chris Conway. Tipping off for the Robert Morris Colonials will be Marquise Hastings.
Hastings, forward playing center typically for this Robert Morris team. It's going to attack inside a lot. We'll see how Conway defends that.
All right, referees are getting everything all situated right now. And the arena is starting to
come alive. It's starting to come alive. Mm-hmm. People are still piling into the building for tip-off. And one thing we would mention is the stellar home play we've seen so far from the Grizzlies. And that is definitely credited to, yes, they're comfortable being at home, but you have to give the credit to the arena as well. They bring the energy.
All right, tip-off is here, and we are underway. Starting off with the ball will be the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Trey Townsend has it now as he crosses midcourt. Charges over to the near perimeter. Open opening, passes to DQ Cole, loses it. Now Robert Morris has the ball. Josh Corbin has it. Gives it to Justice Williams. Looking. Motioning around the Colonials. Dumps it off. Now he gives it to Walker. Okay, now Williams has it. Gives it to Corbin. Corbin goes up for three. Just off the rim.
Fantastic defensive possession there for the Oakland Grizzlies. They're able to force a weak shot.
All right, Blake Landman for a three of his own, and it's also off the rim. It was wide open right there as well. Tried to get that early three to get the game going.
A bit of a rushed offensive possession for the Grizzlies, but they were up 5-4 as there was a man down for a sec for the Colonials.
All right, Corbin has it now. Gives it to number 23, not Corbin. Now gives it to Justice Williams. Gives it to Ford. Gives it to Hastings, who goes up and scores the first point for the Colonials. 2-0 now to start off the game.
And we knew Hastings was going to be a problem, and he immediately asserts his dominance inside for two.
All right. That is Isaiah Jones who has it. Flips it over to Chris Conway. Then tosses it to DQ Cole, to Townsend, to Lampman. Lampman for three, and it goes in.
That is Blake's specialty. We know that as he fires one off to start this game for the Grizzlies.
All right, nice job by the Golden Grizzlies to get the lead back. 3-2 with 18:35 left in the first period. Meanwhile, Walker has it, gives it to Hastings. Tosses it over to Chris Ford. Gives it back to Stephon Walker. Charges up into the paint. Now he gives it to Josh Corbin, to Williams, to Ford. Pass it over back to Corbin. Corbin goes for a three. Off the mark. Lampman tries to go for it. Bounces off. Lampman now has it. Crosses over midcourt. He's got Cole right behind him. Lampman charges up. Tosses it to Isaiah Jones. Gives it back to Lampman, who then flips it to Townsend as a whistle is blown.
They're going to call a blocking foul there on Robert Morris. That last possession we've seen already real quickly. Oakland just forcing the ball into tough positions for Robert Morris. They're looking to try to get the ball inside to Hastings, and aside from that first basket, it's not really working for the Colonials.
All right, inbound pass will be DQ Cole for the Golden Grizzlies. Give him the okay. Dumps it over to Chris Conway, but he does get his hands on it, but Justice Williams knocks the ball out, so it'll look like it'll be Oakland ball once again.
Yeah, Oakland got lucky there. A bit of everyone holding their breath here in the arena as we look for an early turnover, but Lampman able to keep that under control. Same with Chris Conway. He's able to slow the ball down for the Grizzlies and keep the ball in OU's possession.
All right, Lampman gets the ball knocked out by Justice Williams, but it looks like it'll still be another inbound pass for the Golden Grizzlies.
Yes, Williams, the guard from LSU, known for his decent scoring, averages 13 points a game, but defensively he can be a monster, and he's already had 2 tip-aways in this first quarter.
DQ Cole gets it to Trey Townsend right under the rim. Goes up for 2, but it's off the mark.
Trey looks to answer, but just unfortunately not there.
Robert Morris has it now in their own territory. Justice Williams to Chris Ford. Tosses it back to Williams for 3, and it is good. 5-3 now, Robert Morris with 17 and a half minutes left in the first half. Well, Isaiah Jones has it for the Golden Grizzlies, who tosses it to Blake Lampman. Flings it over to Chris Conway for 2. And it bounces off the rim and out.
That's a basket 90% of the time there for Conway. Just a little bit of a misfire down low.
Right. Walker has it. Heaves it over, but it goes right into the stands. Luckily, a fan was able to catch it, so it didn't hit anybody.
At least they had someone at the end of that pass. That one was a little bit wild, and it ends up in the hands of a lucky fan.
Well, it goes right back to the Golden Grizzlies. Blake Lampman passes it in to DQ Cole. Jogging his way over to midcourt. Corbin trying to make a move, but Cole is saying he's not afraid. Chris Conway has it now. Charges up. Tosses it to Blake Lampman. Lampman, open 3, and it goes in.
That was right in the range again for Blake Lampman. I don't know if it's not clear to Robert Morris already, but you cannot leave Blake open from 3.
All right, 6-5 now. Golden Grizzlies have the lead with 16:45 left in the first half. Meanwhile, Robert Morris takes the lead back. That was Stephon Walker with the 2.
Walker
7-6.
Just with the answer, trying to slow down this early Grizzlies start.
Lampman with that open 3, and it just goes right in.
What did we just say in the last possession? Can't leave Blake Lampman open. But unfortunately, the Colonials do it again.
Coach Campy is fired up on the sidelines right now as Oakland takes the lead back with 3 threes in a row by Blake Lampman.
Blake's got all 9 points right now for the Grizzlies.
Meanwhile, Robert Morris tries a 3 of their own with Stephon Walker, but it's no good. But it looks like Chris Conway will be called for goaltending right there.
He's going to actually draw the foul in that possession. Just honestly, Robert Morris looking to try to get something up, maybe try to slow down the energy in the arena because, yes, there's still 16 minutes left in the first half, so it's very early. But momentum was already starting to get behind the Golden Grizzlies fans. So Robert Morris trying to get the ball back into their hands as they are currently down by 2, 9-7 with 16 to go.
Meanwhile, Chris Ford of the Colonials will be taking his first free throw attempt of the game. Bounces off the rim and goes out. See what he does for the second one. Meanwhile, Tubu Naiva-Larua will be subbing in for the Golden Grizzlies as Chris Conway goes out as Coach Campy has a word with him on the sidelines.
And Naiva-Larua, also known as Barut by here in WXOU and here at the arena, transfer from Australia this offseason. Bit of that height I mentioned at the beginning of the game.
Meanwhile, Chris Ford's second attempt is no good. It goes wide right of the rim.
The Ford off target doesn't even hit the rim, and it's going to be just a foul, or not a foul, but a penalty there, and Oakland's going to get the ball out underneath their own basket.
DQ Cole has the inbound pass for the Golden Grizzlies. Blake Lampman's on his left. Meanwhile, Jackson Lass comes in for the Colonials as DQ Cole marches on to midcourt. Going to his right. Tosses it to Blake Lampman. Gives it to Naiva-Larua. Tosses it to Trey Townsend. Gives it to Lampman. Goes for another 3. And he is good from 3. That is 4 for 4 so far.
Blake Lampman just on fire from 3 at the moment. Has only actually missed 1. He's 4 for 5, and he is leading all scoring right now.
Well, Stephon Walker goes for a 3 of his own. Hits the rim. Nice rebound attempt there for the Golden Grizzlies. Naiva-Larua has it for Oakland.
That is why Naiva-Larua is on this team to hustle for rebounds.
Well, DQ Cole goes for an attempt, but a whistle is blown.
They call blocking foul again here on Robert Morris, and they're going to go to a media timeout.
All right. As this media timeout goes on, we'd like to let you know that this game break is brought to you by the power of college radio. Are you tired of the same old songs on the radio? Looking for something fresh and exciting? Well, look no further than your local college radio station. College radio is where the magic happens, where undiscovered talent shines, and where you can tune into the next big thing in music, news, sports, and entertainment. From indie rock to hip-hop, from thought-provoking discussions to groundbreaking interviews. College radio is the heartbeat of creativity and diversity. So, turn that dial and embrace the power of college radio. Your ears will thank you.
Yes, and we're going to have a quick game break here from our sideline reporter, Harjun Buttar.
Harj, what do you got for us tonight?
Hey guys, the rocky start to the 2-game road trip didn't deter Oakland heading into their away leg against the Milwaukee Panthers, especially in the difficulty Horizon League teams had playing in Wisconsin. They came away with a much-needed win against the Panthers, but also became the first Horizon League team to win an away game against either Green Bay or Milwaukee. Coach Campy said that victory may be the difference Oakland needs to gain a leg up on the rest of the Horizon League. Hopefully, this remains true heading into the rest of the season. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Harj. And yes, we could say that's remained true so far as Oakland comes in early with a lot of momentum in this game. And, I don't think there's anyone else you can attribute that to other than Blake Lampman.
That is true. He has scored all 12 points for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies so far, all of which have come from amazing wide open threes.
Yes, right away you can see the system from Oakland is breaking apart this Robert Morris defense. As you said, 4 for 5. He's only missed one, and almost every single one has been a pretty open look. Blake, it's a kind of guy that we see 4 shots sometimes, but so far in this game, he's in his own flow.
That's right, Gavin. Meanwhile, both teams will be breaking their huddles after the media timeout as we head back to resume regulation. It looks like it'll be on Robert Morris' side of the court to start off after the media timeout. I believe that it will be Robert Morris who will be doing the inbound pass for to start it off. Oh, never mind. It'll be Oakland. Actually, Blake Lampman will be doing the honors for the Golden Grizzlies. Trey Townsend has it. Blake Lampman now gives it to Rocket Watts, who is now subbing in for the game. His first few seconds on the court, gives it to Jack Goldkey. Goldkey flips it over to Rocket Watts. For an opening with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Rocket Watts heads up for 2, and it is good. 14-7 Oakland.
That's a spot from the elbow. He tends to knock that down a lot. Watts just checks in the game along with Goldkey for the Golden Grizzlies. As for Robert Morris, they bring in Wainwright, Folgueras, and Last.
Last has the ball now. Gives it to Folgueras as Oakland now has the ball now. Navarro has it. Gives it to Rocket Watts. On the far perimeter, gives it to Lampman. Lampman looking for an opportunity, goes up for the layup, and he is good. 16-7 now, Oakland.
Beautiful Euro step there for Blake to get it open in at the rim. He's got 14 tonight.
TJ Wainwright has it for the Colonials. Gives it to Hastings. Gives it back to Wainwright. Gives it to Josh Corbin. Flings it over to Folgueras. Gives it back to Wainwright, back to Hastings. 15 seconds left on the shot clock for the Colonials. Now gives it to Last. Gives it back to Wainwright. Wainwright charges up into the paint for 2. No good. Rebound attempt for the Colonials. Hastings goes up for a layup of his own. Is also no good. Now Navarro has it for the Golden Grizzlies.
Fantastic defense there from Barut to slow down the attack of Hastings and get the ball back for the Grizzlies.
Meanwhile, Lampman goes for yet another 3, but this one is just short of the rim.
I'd say a bit of a heat check on that one. A little bit covered there, but hey, I mean, if you've hit 4 from 5, I'd be taking that shot too.
I would not blame him. He's doing phenomenal so far in this game.
Tone Hunter will check in this game for the Grizzlies, bringing out Blake Lampman, giving him a bit of a breather.
So far, 14 points. As you said, Tone Hunter will be coming in for the Golden Grizzlies. Trey Townsend so far is the only starter that is on the court right now that hasn't gone off.
Townsend tends to play a lot of minutes here for the Grizzlies, averaging upwards of sometimes 33 to 34 minutes per game of the 40.
All right, Wainwright has it for Colonials, gives it to Corbin, gives it back to Wainwright. Charges in, goes backpedals, gives it to Folgueras, gives it to Hastings, wide open shot, no good. Rebound attempt by Robert Morris. They have it now again. Now it is Last for 3. And he is good. Now it's 16-10 Oakland.
They're going to call a foul on that three-pointer as well. Tone Hunter, surprised, doesn't think he hit him. But we can tell right away that this was going to be a bit of an issue for this Oakland defense. And that was this big second lineup that Robert Morris brings out here. You know, Folgueras. They got Hastings still in the game. He will end up checking out. Last, Walker. They got some bigger guys on the court right now. And we knew rebounding-wise, it's going to be tough for Oakland to slow.
Meanwhile, Jackson Last will be giving his first free throw attempt for the Robert Morris Colonials. First attempt is up, and it is no good.
That one's going to be off target and not able to convert the 4-point swing.
Watts now has it for the Golden Grizzlies as he crosses midcourt, looking for an opportunity. Hands it off to Tone Hunter. Gets it back to Rocket Watts. Watts has it for 2, and he is good. 18-10 now. Golden Grizzlies up 13-14 left in the first half.
It seems Rocket Watts doesn't tend to miss that elbow jumper as he knocks down his second of the game.
Robert Morris has it now. That is Last. Gives it to TJ Wainwright, who goes for a 3. Bounces off the rim. Oakland now has it. Rocket Watts charging in, and he loses it. Now on the fast break is Robert Morris. TJ Wainwright wide open for 2. He is good right there. 18-12 Oakland now.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to be careful. Rocket Watts tends to sometimes get a little out of control. You can always hear Campy trying to slow him down, but just a little bit too much on that possession as he causes the turnover.
Hunter has it now for the Golden Grizzlies. Tosses it to Rocket Watts. Watts with a nice move right there. Gives it to Goldkey. Goldkey going up for 3 is no good. Rebound attempt by Rocket Watts. looking, shooting, up for two. No good, but a whistle is blown. It looked like a foul on Robert Morris.
Yes, Neville Arua keeps that one alive with the tip, and Rocket finds his jump shot at the elbow and hasn't missed any of those today, and I guess the only way for Robert Morris to slow him down is to send him to the line.
All right. Rocket Watts will be going in for his first free throw attempt. Here he goes. Watts is ready. First one is up. Rolls out and is no good.
Now Watts is an 80% free throw shooter from the line this year. That is good for second on the Oakland Grizzlies roster, only behind the 90% free throw shooting of Blake Lampman.
All right, looks like Isaiah Jones will be coming back in for the Golden Grizzlies, as I believe that was Trey Townsend who just went out.
Trey getting his first break of the game after playing the first 7.5 of this performance.
All right, Watts' second attempt is up, and it is good. It is now 19-12 Oakland with 12:20 left in the first half. All right, Robert Morris has it now. That's Justice Williams as he goes right around on the screen attempt. He goes up, and it is good. Robert Morris now cuts that lead down to 5. 19-14 Oakland with 12 minutes left in the first half. Rocket Watts has it, gets it to Jack Golke. Tosses it back to Watts. Now Watts is looking for a lane. Goes up into the near perimeter. Goes up 2, and it is no good. Rebound attempt by Navarro is no good as well, as Robert Morris has the ball back.
Yeah, tough shot for Rocket. He thought he had his spot on the baseline, but good defense for Robert Morris to keep him away.
All right, now Robert Morris has it. That is Jackson last. Gives it to T.J. Wainwright. Wide open 3. Bounces off the rim and is no good. Jack Golke has it now for the Golden Grizzlies. Gives it to Blake Lampman. Lampman tries to go and charges up. Passes over to Isaiah Jones. Back to Lampman. And fakes the handoff to Golke. Still has it with 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Gives it over to Isaiah Jones. Jones bounces it to Naiva Larua. Larua charges up for 2. No good, as Robert Morris has the ball now back. Charging up in the midcourt, that's Justice Williams. Gives it to Fulgaris. Gives it back to Stephon Walker. Gives it to Williams. Gives it to Jackson last. Last for 3. Bounces up, and it is no good. Watts chases the ball now. He has it. Lampman to his left, or his right. Gives it to Golke. Gives it to Isaiah Jones. Gives it back to Watts.
They're going to finally slow down the possession here. It's been very quick so far for both of these teams. Oakland's going to try to run some plays to start some offense.
Isaiah Jones has it. Spins off Colonial. Tosses it to Lampman. Lampman gives it back to Golke. Golke for 3. No good.
He is going to be fouled on the play. Can't let Golke get an opening, or he's going to knock that down, or you're going to have to send him to the line.
It looks like we're having a timeout now as we head over to a break. Oakland's up by 5, 19-14. This is 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. We'll be right back.
Performance so from the Grizzlies, primarily Blake Lampman. Blake Lampman opens the game 4 for 6 from 3 and a 2 as well, so 14 points. And now we got Jack Golke at the line as he knocks down his first and second of 3 free throws to give Oakland a 21-14 lead with 11 minutes to go in the first half.
Looks like we're going for his third attempt. All right, Golke is ready, goes up, and it is good. 3 for 3 for Jack Golke. Makes it a 22-14 game for the Golden Grizzlies.
Stay tuned for a halftime interview by our sideline reporter, Harjun Buttar.
Meanwhile, Robert Morris has it now after the media timeout. Justin Williams. And there's a big dunk right there by Marquise Hastings.
Yeah, wide open slam there. Oakland's defense just split right to come out of this timeout. That's not a good look coming out of that break.
They just watched him go right at it. Meanwhile, Oakland has the ball now again. Trey Townsend hands it off to Jack Golke for 3. No good.
Golke just barely looking for that to fall. He was so close on that three-pointer. Tough jump shot.
Justin Williams has it for the Colonials. Hastings tries to go for a screen. Williams isn't able to get it. Meanwhile, Hastings has it. Gives it to Ford. Gives it back to Josh Corbin. Now Stephon Walker gives it to Ford. Up for 2. Off the rim. Rebound attempt. Justin Williams now has it. Golke is right on him. Gives it to Chris Ford. Gives it to Marquise Hastings. Hands it off to Josh Corbin. Lampman's draped up on him. Chris Ford has it. Up for 2. No good. Golke now has it for the Golden Grizzlies.
Oakland getting out of something there. They got to be careful with these offensive boards. 4 already on the night for the Robert Morris Colonials.
Lampman has it after midcourt. Gives it to DQ Cole. Tosses it to Jack Golke. Gives it to Chris Conway. Gives it to Trey Townsend, who gives it to Cole. Gives it to Lampman. Lampman, 3. Bang! There we go.
Knocks down another one for the Grizzlies.
That makes it a 6th three-pointer of the game. Yes, it is 6th three-pointer of the game. Meanwhile, Hastings has it for the Colonials. Josh Corbin gives it to Justice Williams. Williams in the paint. Up for a layup. No good.
Shifty move, but good defense by Golke and DQ Cole to keep him away from the basket.
Well, DQ Cole hands it off to Blake Lampman. And then hands it off to his own to Jack Golke. Feeds DQ Cole. 18 seconds left on the shot clock as Cole scours the near perimeter. Looking. Tosses it to Golke. Lampman wide open. Thinking about a 3. No good. Goes right around the rim. 3 seconds on the shot clock. As Chris Conway gets the layup. Drills it. 27-16 Golden Grizzlies.
Fantastic offensive possession by the Grizzlies. They take their time, they stay patient, and they get a good shot for the center down low. 2 points for Conway.
Josh Corbin now has it for the Colonials. Tosses it to Williams. Williams goes around. Back over to midcourt. Gets to Hastings. Hastings blocked by Lampman. Meanwhile, Townsend loses the ball on trying to get the block of Lampman. Now Corbin has it. Draws the foul and the N1 for the Colonials.
Good play there by Corbin, hammered by Conway on the way up, and he's able to knock down the jump shot, and he'll have an attempt at a 3-point play.
27-18 now for the Golden Grizzlies as there's a timeout called. With this timeout called, we'll head back to break. You're listening to 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. Oakland's up by 9 as we'll be back.
You're listening to live basketball on 88.3 FM, WXOU.
All right, everyone. Welcome back. You're listening to 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. Oakland is up against the Robert Morris Colonials, 27-18 with less than 8 minutes left in the first half. As we're about to resume play, Robert Morris will be doing a free throw attempt, and that'll be Josh Corbin with the honors.
Yes, Corbin looking to try to convert on a 3-point play, just trying to bring this game back in for Robert Morris. We keep seeing sparks of these offensive possessions, but the Grizzlies are keeping them away with their solid defense.
Well, and one attempt is no good as Oakland now has the ball back as DQ Cole, who crosses midcourt. Tosses it over to Blake Lampman. Heaves it to Jack Golke. Right on the beeline. Gives it to DQ Cole. Gives it to Trey Townsend. Gives it to Golke. Tosses it to Lampman in the near corner. Back to Townsend with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to come up with something. Lampman up for 3 and is no good.
That's a tough shot there. End of the shot clock. They had to get something up in the air. Just not a great possession there for the Grizzlies.
All right, Corbin has it now for the Colonials. Tries to give it to Walker. Miscommunication. Golke has it now. Tosses it to DQ Cole up for 2. And he is good. 29-18 Oakland. Up by 11 with 7 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, good play there. Just a miscommunication between Walker and Williams as he just kind of throws the ball right to Jack Golke for an easy breakaway.
Yep. Meanwhile, Walker has it. Golke stops it as the ref blows the whistle.
A kickball violation there. Jack Golke just trying to slow that pass into the corner as we're going to have Neville LaRua and Isaiah Jones check back in for the Grizzlies. And then as for Robert Morris, they're going to have Fulgaris and Last coming back in.
Jackson Last will be doing the inbound pass for the Colonials. Or at least that's what it looks like. Looked like it was going to be TJ Wainwright, but now it's going to be Jackson Last that does it. All right. Last looking for an opening for the Colonials. Right. Now he's got it. That is Corbin with it. Gives it to Marquise Hastings. Gives it back to Corbin. Gives it back to Hastings. Hastings is wide open for a 3. It is no good, though. Meanwhile, the ball lands into the stands once again. Almost hits one of the fans.
One's going to be off the hands of the Grizzlies. Can't help but notice every time Neville LaRua or Fulgaris checks in the game, vice versa for both teams, one of those two guys are being sent in to defend each other. Two of the bigger guys on the court for each team, the Colonials and the Grizzlies, and they tend to match up pretty well defensively.
All right, Alvaro Fulgaris passes it in for the Colonials as the whistle is blown.
Reach and foul called on Isaiah Jones as Fulgaris tries to turn the corner. That's going to be the 4th foul of the half on the Grizzlies. There's 14 fouls for both the Grizzlies and Robert Morris with 6:42 to go in half number 1.
That's Isaiah Jones' first foul on the game. Meanwhile, Jackson Last will be passing it in once again for the Colonials. Fulgaris has it. Gives it to Wainwright. Back to Fulgaris. Goes up for 3. He is no good. DQ Cole now has it for the Golden Grizzlies. Up by 11 right now with 6.5 minutes in the first half. Cole up in the middle. Gives it to Isaiah Jones. Jones hovers around behind the court as the ball goes out of bounds. Townsend had his hands on it, but fumbles it into the back of the court.
Townsend having a bit of a rough start so far in this game. He's only taken one shot, and he's 0 for 1, but he's also got a turnover now in this game, and just kind of fumbling the ball there and losing possession for the Grizzlies.
Meanwhile, TJ Wainwright has it now for the Colonials on the far perimeter. Gives it to Jackson last. Thanks for shooting. Gives it to Hastings. Hastings wide open for 3, and he is good from 3. It's 29-21 now. Robert Morris cuts the lead to 8 points for the Golden Grizzlies as the 6 minutes eclipses in this first half. DQ Cole has it now for the Golden Grizzlies. Gets to Isaiah Jones. Tosses it to Blake Lampman. Lampman has 2 Colonials on him. Now he gets it over to Trey Townsend. Goes up for 2. No good. Now Robert Morris has it. Charging to midcourt is Hastings. Tosses it to Corbin. Gives it to Wainwright. Gives it back to Hastings. Hastings up wide open for 2. Bounces on the rim and it drains it.
What a feed there for Corbin to get his first assist of the game, as Lampman starting to draw some double teams here in this game. Robert Morris is not looking to give him any space. They're making the Grizzlies force it to somebody else.
Especially the fact that he has 17 points on the game as DQ Cole has it. Goes up for 2, and he drains it. 32-23, Oakland. 5:15 left in the first half.
Nice step back there from DQ Cole. Just a very
that was my bad.
three-pointer. Just a very fluid jump shot there to give Oakland a 9-point lead.
Well, Hastings charges up. No good on the layup as Isaiah Jones has it for the Golden Grizzlies. Wide open, Trey Townsend dunks it in. 34-23 Golden Grizzlies.
That's a way for Townsend to get on the board. He's had a slow night so far, but if there's any way to get the crowd energized and get yourself into the game, it's with a dunk like that.
Yep. Meanwhile, Robert Morris has it. That is Jackson Last to Corbin. And it's intercepted by Niva Larua for the Golden Grizzlies. He gives it to Lampman. Lampman charges, looking for an opportunity. Trying to hands it off to DQ Cole. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Oakland is up by 11. 4:20 left in the first half. Meanwhile, Cole, far perimeter, gives it to Townsend, gives it to Lampman for 3. Bang!
Another 3. Oh my God, Blake Lampman is on fire from 3 tonight. 6 for 9.
Right, Gavin. What is that? His 7th 3 of the game?
6-3 of the night. He's 6 for 9 from far downtown. 20 points in the first half here for Blake Lampman, and a 14-point lead for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
And it looks like there'll be a timeout called now in the game. I believe that would be a media timeout. Yeah, there's a media timeout. While this media timeout goes up, we'll be heading up to a break. This is 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. Oakland is up by 14. We'll be back. All right, everyone, welcome back. This is 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. 4 minutes left in the first half as the Golden Grizzlies are up 37-23 against the Robert Morris Colonials. As we head back from this media timeout, it looks like it'll be Jackson Lass who will be getting the inbound pass for the Colonials. All right, ref blows the whistle, and we are officially back to regulation. Jackson Lass has it now, looking for a lane as Lampman attempts a steal. It's Marquise Hastings who has it, gets to Josh Corbin. Corbin, thanks for shooting, passes it to Hastings. Hastings goes back to Corbin as DP Cole's on him with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And meanwhile, Jackson Lass shoots it for 3, but is no good. But the Colonials still have the ball back as the shot clock resets. Rebound attempt there, no good for the Colonials as Oakland has it. Blake Lampman, who has been on fire this whole game with 20 points, all of which have come from 3-pointers.
Oh, and what a dunk by Neville Larua. Oh, my God. Gets up there. The defense caught looking away from the ball. And a nice feed there by Lampman to get the assist.
All right, nice job there by Neville Larua as the Colonials have it now as the whistle is blown for travel.
I think everyone caught that one there. Easy walk there. Another good defensive possession. Oakland very early is asserting their dominance, yes, on the offensive end, but primarily on their defense. They've held Robert Morris, who is a 75 points per game team, to only 23 as we near the end of this first half. Score is 39-23, 16-point lead for the Grizzlies with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, Coach Campy has worked up a masterclass so far this game. Meanwhile, DQ Cole has it for the Golden Grizzlies as Lampman charges up into the paint, gives it to Naiva Larua, and he gets his own rebound. Looks for an opening. Now he tries again. No good. Isaiah Jones has it. Lampman thinks about going for three, but gives it to DQ Cole. Cole heaves it over to Rocket Watts. Far perimeter, gives it to Tubu Naiva Larua. Naiva Larua goes for another layup. No good. To Watts. To Cole. Cole charges in. No good as a whistle is blown.
He's going to draw the foul. Fantastic possession there on the boards for the Grizzlies. Neville Larua and Isaiah Jones keeping the ball alive after missed jump shots. And they draw the entire shot clock off, and DQ Cole ends up with 2 free throw attempts.
This will be his first of the game so far, with 2:34 left in the first half, as Oakland has a 16-point lead on the Colonials.
Only 5 fouls at the moment on Robert Morris, and 4 for Oakland. Just not a lot of noise from the refs so far in this game.
Meanwhile, DQ Cole's first free throw attempt is up and is good. It is now 40-23 Golden Grizzlies.
Grizzlies currently 5 for 6 from free throw on the day, and Robert Morris has not hit any. They're 0 for 4.
Meanwhile, DQ Cole's second attempt is no good. Still 40-23 Oakland, as Robert Morris has the ball now. Justice Williams has it, gives it to Jackson Last. Last looking for an opening. Gets it to Marquise Hastings. Hastings up for a wide open 2, and he airballs it.
Just a rough shot there. Hastings, one of the better players on this team, left wide open and maybe too much space for him.
Well, Rocket Watts goes for a 3. No good. Rebound attempt by Naiva Larua. Gives it to Tone Hunter on the near corner. Goes up. Gives it to Naiva Larua. Gives it to DQ Cole. DQ Cole for 3. Just off the mark.
Good play there by Neville Larue to keep it alive. He brings down his 3rd offensive rebound, 6 total rebounds on the game for the Grizzlies.
Meanwhile, Robert Morris goes up for a wide open 3. That was Justice Williams, and he is good. 40-26 now, Golden Grizzlies, as Rocket Watts attempts a layup. It is no good. Robert Morris now has it.
Can't be not happy with that. We've said it before, but Rocket Watts tends to force the ball a lot. And in that situation, just not necessary, as they are going to check Lampman back in. Probably they're going to take out Isaiah Jones. Lampman returns. And Trey Townsend will also be returning for the Grizzlies. And exiting the court will be Isaiah Jones and Rocket Watts after that forced possession.
5 men on the court right now is DQ Cole, Blake Lampman, Trey Townsend, Tone Hunter, and Tubu Naiva Larua.
And Golke will also be entering the game, taking out DQ Cole.
Yep.
Nearly a full lineup change.
Inbound pass for the Colonials. It is Chris Ford will be doing the honors for Robert Morris. Trying to look for something. Marquise Hastings has it now. Looking. Hands it off to Corbin. Tosses it to Chris Ford. Heaves it over to Stephon Walker, who goes up for 2, and he is good. 40-28 now for the Golden Grizzlies with a minute left in the first half. Zach Golke has it. Gets it to Tone Hunter. Hunter has Lampman to his left. Goes for a screen attempt. Meanwhile, Hunter is still looking for a shot. Gives it to Jack Golke. Golke tosses it to Trey Townsend. Townsend goes up for 2. Naiva Larua right underneath. Blocked by Marquise Hastings.
Ooh, Hastings returns it to sender there. What a great defensive possession. I thought Neville Larue was throwing down another one.
Meanwhile, Corbin has it now. Gives it to Hastings, who then hands it off to Stephon Walker, who goes up for 2, and he is good. Cuts the lead down to 10 points for the Golden Grizzlies with 30 seconds left in the first half. 40-30 Oakland as Lampman crosses midcourt, and we have a stoppage of play.
We're going to have a quick timeout here for Oakland. And we are going to go to a quick break here. Make sure you guys stay tuned for a halftime interview between our sideline reporter, Harjun Buttar, and SBP for Oakland's networking. We'll be back with you shortly.
WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As we come back from the timeout, that was called by, I believe it was Coach Campy of the Golden Grizzlies. Oakland is now up 40-30 with about less than 30 seconds in the first half.
Yeah, Robert Morris on a 7-0 run over the last minute. They've gone down low for a lot of their points.
All right, Tone Hunter will resume play for the Golden Grizzlies. About 20 seconds left. He's looking for an opportunity. He's got Justice Williams eyeing him down. Screen attempt by Jack Goldkey. Hunter still has it with 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Lampman heaves it over to Naivalurua. Takes a weird fall, but it looks like he's just fine as the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I feel like he was a little more upset there that he wasn't able to throw down the lob, because it looked like a nice assist attempt there from Blake Lampman at the end of the shot clock, but that's going to be a personal foul called on Robert Morris, and we're going to take the ball out underneath the basket.
Yeah, but it looked like it'd be Tone Hunter leading the inbound pass for the Golden Grizzlies.
There's going to be 8 seconds left in this first half. Oakland's going to have to get up a shot quickly.
All right, Hunter has the ball now. Tries to pass it, but is blocked by Marquise Hastings as another whistle is blown.
And they're going to give the ball to Robert Morris. I'm not entirely sure what happened on that possession, but it is going to belong to the Colonials.
All right, Justice Williams has it with 5 seconds left as another whistle is blown.
Now, these two teams just simply do not want to go to halftime, as we're going to have another foul called, this one on Tone Hunter.
All right, Robert Morris will be doing another inbound pass. This time it will be Chris Ford who will be passing it in. This is Justice Williams, charges up, gives it right to Blake Lampman with 2 seconds left. Tone Hunter goes up for 2, and it is no good.
Just barely rolls out in transition.
That must be a terrible feeling if you're Tone Hunter. So now we'll be heading to halftime with 40-30 Oakland. So, Gavin, what are your thoughts so far in the as we head to halftime?
It was a fantastic start for the Grizzlies. Mostly, our guy Blake Lampman, but I believe we are.
Like our sideline player Harjun Buttar is awaiting an interview for who was it? I believe
assistant coach, but they seem to all go back to the locker room. We're not going to have an interview here from halftime, but Harj will be back very shortly with SPB and to have a quick conversation between them. We will be back with you shortly here from the O Arena.
You're listening to live basketball on 88.3 FM, WXOU. This is Zachary Oberdier, the PSA director here at WXOU, and I'm in the station. And let's just say this game is honestly very exciting. RMU's coming, maybe going to make a comeback, hopefully not sure. OU's dominating, only 10 points. So right now, in the lead with points, we have Marquise Hastings for RMU with a total of 9 points. And for OU, Blake Lampman with a surprising total of 20 points. That's honestly incredible. All right, well, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to the action right after halftime. You're listening to 88.3 FM, WXOU. Thank you for listening, and have a good one.
Good evening, Rochester and Auburn Hills. Welcome back. You're listening to 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As the last seconds of halftime tick down, we'll be starting off the second half. Oakland is up by 10 right now against the Robert Morris Colonials, 40-30.
It was quite an interesting first half, Noah. And as for Oakland, I mean, if you've been listening to the broadcast so far of this game, you kind of know that it's been the Blake Lampman show. He scored 20 in the first half, 6 for 9 from three-point land, which is more than any other player on the Robert Morris team as well. As for Robert Morris, they got Hastings, who's currently got 9 points and 7 boards. They're going to look to try to bring themselves back in this game, and Oakland's going to like to try to keep their lead here on the blacktop.
All right, Justice Williams starts it off as a big dunk there by Marquise Hastings. Starts the scoring off in the second half for the Colonials. 40-32 now for the Golden Grizzlies. Well, DQ Cole has it on the near side. Tosses it to Chris Conway. Gives it to Blake Lampman. Gives it back to Conway. Conway up for 2. It's the rim. No good. Rebound attempt for Blake Lampman. Looking for a lane. Going up for 3. Off the right side. Another rebound attempt for Trey Townsend is stopped in its tracks as a whistle is blown.
They're going to call a foul, or I'm not sure what. They're going to call some sort of maybe a reach-in foul. But either way, for the Grizzlies, Jack Goldkey will check in the game for Isaiah Jones.
And Trey Townsend will be getting the inbound pass. He heaves it to Chris Conway. Conway gives it right behind to Lampman. Lampman gives it to Goldkey. Golke tosses it to Conway. Chris Conway looking for a shot, and he draws a foul.
There's going to be a reach on the way by Walker, as it was his only way to slow down Conway cutting through the paint. That last possession, Conway and Hastings kind of going at it down low, jawing at each other after that Hastings dunk to open up the half for Robert Morris. He had something to say to Conway in that last possession.
Lampman gets it in. Townsend hits it off the rim, hits it off the backboard, but it's no good as Robert Morris has the ball now. Josh Corbin has it. Passes it to Justice Williams. Gives it to Chris Ford. Gives it back to Williams. Williams looking for a shot. Gives it to Corbin. Wide open for three. Just off the mark. Oakland now has it. DQ Cole. Crosses midcourt to Blake Lampman. Gives it to Chris Conway. Hands it back off to Lampman. Lampman looking. Gives it to Conway. Conway going for a layup. And he drains it.
What a play there by Conway to shake Hastings off his back and get the easy left-handed look at the block.
All right. Oakland gets the lead back up to 10 now with 18 and a half minutes left in the game. As Robert Morris has it, it's Justice Williams. Williams is looking for a shot. Goes up, and he is good for two. 42-34 now, Oakland. DQ Cole hands it off to Blake Lampman. Lampman looking. Trying not to get a midcourt violation. Gives it to Trey Townsend. Townsend looking for a pass. Dumps it off to DQ Cole, who gives it to Golke for three. Bang! 45-34 now, Oakland.
Golke knocks one down. Oakland going to have to start to turn into someone else other than Blake Lampman to get these points. And Golke is definitely the man to step up. He is a nice compliment to Blake Lampman shooting.
Corbin has it for the Colonials. Gives it to Williams. He gives it to Ford. Gives it back to Williams. Gives it to Hastings. Hands it off back to Williams. He gives it back to Hastings. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. As it looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Well, they're going to call a foul on DQ Cole on the reach. Probably a good, actually, I'd say a good foul there because Hastings had that mismatch on him and he was going to the rim. For Robert Morris, Fulgaris, and checking in will be Fulgaris.
And Jackson
last for Robert Morris. Those two have been coming in primarily with each other. Kind of a bit of a duo coming off the bench for Robert Morris.
Last will be getting the inbound pass for the Colonials as Fulgaris has it. Gives it to Marquise Hastings, who gives it to Williams. Gives it back to Last. 11 seconds on the shot clock as Williams goes for a three, and he drains it. 45-37 now, Golden Grizzlies with 17-16 left in the game. DQ Cole dumps it off to Blake Lampman, who gives it to Golke. Golke for three, just off the mark. Rebound attempt by Trey Townsend, and he is good on the rebound.
Oakland's offensive rebounds have come back to help them so far in this game. They've got 7 on the night with a total of 24 rebounds. They're out-rebounding Robert Morris.
Now they get the lead back up to 10 as Justice Williams has it for the Colonials. Gives it to Hastings. Hastings gives it to Jackson Last as a whistle is blown for a travel on Robert Morris.
Good play there by the Oakland Grizzlies to cause that travel. As it echoes here in the arena, you can't do that. The student section starting to get on their feet, and the volume starting to turn up here in the arena. That's something we've seen a lot recently in these wins. The arena backing up the Golden Grizzlies play.
All right, DQ Cole has it for the Golden Grizzlies. Gives it to Lampman, who then tosses it to Trey Townsend. Gives it back to DQ Cole. Gives it to Golke. Golke for three! And it swirls right in.
That one was going in off the hand. Golke knew that one was landing. Fantastic three-point shot for Jack Golke, and he's got his second three of the night.
Golke now has 9 points, all 3 of which have come from threes as we head to a media timeout. All right, in the first few minutes of the second half, Oakland has been all business and has not let up whatsoever.
It's been close. Oakland was only up by 10 coming into the half. They had a 17-point lead at one point, but to end the first half, Robert Morris had a streaky comeback, putting up 7 straight. But Oakland has answered so far, and they now have the lead back up to double digits. As for Oakland scoring, Blake Lampman still got 20, but they're going to have to start to turning to someone else to get these points. And so far, that has been Jack Golke. He's got 9 now on the night, 2 for 5 from the field, 2 3-pointers, and he had that 3-pointer he made earlier, or didn't make earlier in the game, but was fouled on, and he converted on the 3 free throw attempts. As for Robert Morris' side, Hastings has pretty much been an incredibly dominant presence so far for this Robert Morris squad. He's got 11 points, 7 rebounds, and, of course, an offensive one. He had that early dunk to keep going in that to start the second half, and so far that's been all we've had from Robert Morris.
All right, thank you for that, Gavin. Meanwhile, we will be taking a break during this media timeout. It's 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. This is 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As we head out of this media timeout, we'll throw it over to Harjun and Buttar with Sideline reporting. Harj, what do you got for us?
Hi, guys. Robert Morris head coach Andrew O'Toole has been at the head of this squad since 2010 and was one of the youngest head coaches in college basketball when he was hired. Fast forward to 2024, he's still one of the youngest head coaches in the Horizon League, with only Jared Calhoun younger than Toole. He's taken Robert Morris teams in the NCAA tournament and is now in the process of building a winning program in Moon Township. Will his youth provide the necessary inquisition and, quote, new way of thinking required to win in this competitive league? Back to you guys.
Thank you, Harj. And we are back to the game here with a ball in the hands of Robert Morris.
Yep, that'll be Justice Williams who has it. Gives it to Josh Corbin, who gives it to Fulgaris, who goes for a 3, but it goes right off the rim and no good. Oakland has the ball now. DQ Cole has it. Almost lost it there to Jackson Last, as Blake Lampman has the ball now for the Golden Grizzlies. All right, Lampman looking for an opportunity. Tosses it to DQ Cole. Gives it back to Lampman for a pass. It is blocked by Fulgaris as Robert Morris has the ball now. Marquise Hastings has it. Gives it to Corbin on his right. But then it is intercepted by the Golden Grizzlies. That's Trey Townsend, who goes for a dunk, and it goes in. 52-37 Golden Grizzlies now. 15 and a half minutes left in this game.
Townsend needed something. He's had not a lot of scoring, but all 4 of his points tonight have come off huge slam dunks, and that's bringing the energy here in the building.
What a great way to come out of this media timeout as Robert Morris has the ball now. That's Fulgaris, who gives it to Corbin, gives it back to Fulgaris. He goes up for 3, and he is no good.
There's one thing you don't want to do is hesitate on an open 3, because that throws you out of rhythm, and it threw Fulgaris out of rhythm there.
Golke hands it off to Blake Lampman as Coach Campy regroups the team. All right, Lampman dribbling over to the far side. Gives it to DQ Cole. Williams tries to swat it out of his hands, but is no good on the attempt. DQ Cole gives it to Lampman, who gives it to Christopher Conway. Gives it to Golke. Golke for 3. No good, but it looks like he drew a foul there.
Yeah, it looked like Golke. I don't think Golke even had any attention in knocking that 3 down. He saw the defender coming in, and he knew he was going to get hammered, so he put it up to draw 3 free throws.
It looks like it'll be a timeout called on the court. It'll be Robert Morris who called the timeout as we head back to the break. This is 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball, as Oakland's up big in the second half. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As we head back from this timeout, Oakland is up 52-37 with 14:46 left in the game.
A good game so far from Oakland in the second half. They're currently up by 15 now, despite being only up by 10 coming out of halftime. And Jack Golke has been the real offensive threat right now for the Grizzlies. He knocked down an early 3 in this half, and he was fouled on this previous 3 attempt, which will draw him 3 free throw attempts at the line. He's going to try to push this lead to 18 now for the Grizzlies.
All right, so far, Golke's been 3 for 3 on free throws this game. Let's hope we can make it 6 for 6 here.
Yes, score, as you said, we have 14 and 46 left in this half. So Oakland just trying to maintain. They've had a 7-0 run, knocking down 3 of their last 3 field goals over the last 2 minutes and 18 seconds. And that has also come along the scoring drought of 233 for Robert Morris. So both defensively and offensively, Oakland's been on point coming out of the half.
All right, Golke's first attempt is up and is good. Nothing but net there for Jack Golke. Makes it 53-37 Oakland.
Jack Golke now 4 for 4 on the night.
His second free throw attempt is up and also good. Makes it 54-37 and makes him 5 for 5 on free throws.
Jack Golke, no stranger to knocking down free throws. He's 79% on the year.
And his third free throw attempt, unfortunately, is up and no good. So he's now 5 for 6 on free throws this game. Makes it still 54-37 Oakland as Robert Morris has the ball. Jackson last with it. Gives it to Marquise Hastings. Spins around, goes for a shot, and he drains it. 54-39 now Oakland with 4.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Hastings proving very difficult to stop, especially down low so far in this game. He's got 13 points along with 8 rebounds and 2 assists, a block, and 2 steals.
All right, DQ Cole has it now for the Golden Grizzlies on the near side. Gives it to Trey Townsend, who's in the middle. Tries to go for a hit, and he goes in for the and one attempt, and he is good. 56-39 now as he gets a free throw.
Just pure strength there from Trey Townsend. He hasn't had any points tonight other than 2 easy dunks. And despite that, he still fights his way to the rim and gets 2 along with a free throw attempt.
We have 8 points on the game now for Trey Townsend. See if he can make it 9 points right here with his and one attempt. All right, Townsend's ready. Up, and it is good.
Townsend.
57-39.
Townsend now with 8 on the game, along with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And that's going to bump the lead for the Grizzlies up to 18.
All right, TJ Wainwright passes in for the Colonials. Justice Williams has it now on the near perimeter. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Less than 14 minutes left in the game. Oakland up by 28. Meanwhile, Bulgaris goes for a layup, but is no good. Oh, my bad, it's 18, but now it's going to be 20. Not 20, 28. 59-39 now, Oakland.
Cole slices to the rim for an easy 2 there to make the lead 20 now for the Grizzlies.
Meanwhile, TJ Wainwright goes for a 3. No good, but a rebound attempt by Robert Morris is good. Makes it an 18-point game now for the Golden Grizzlies. 59-41 left with 13-20 in the game. And, Jack Golke goes for a 3. No good.
That's usually down for Golke. He's hit the last few, and that's not a bad shot for him.
Nope. Meanwhile, Josh Corbin has it for the Colonials. Tosses it to TJ Wainwright. Wainwright passes it to Stephon Walker, who goes up for a 2, and it is good. 59-43 now for the Golden Grizzlies with 12:56 left in the game. DQ Cole has it. Justice Williams pressed up against him, trying to steal the ball away from him. Cole still has it, gives it to Trey Townsend. Hands it off to Golke. Meanwhile, Golke hits to Conway. Conway for 3. No good.
Common 3 there from Conway. Been a lot of offense recently for these teams. The defense has been a little slow.
All right, Robert Morris has it now, down by 16 with 12.5 minutes left in the game. Josh Corbin with it. Corbin looking, goes to the right. Stephon Walker with a screen attempt to Justice Williams. Williams up and is no good on the shot, but a whistle is blown. Looks like a foul will be drawn on the Golden Grizzlies.
Yes, on the attempt there. It's going to send Corbin to the line Williams to the line for 2 free throws on his missed attempt. Williams has 13 points on the night along with a board and 2 assists. He's been playing pretty well. The transfer out of LSU.
This will be Williams' first free throw attempt. And it goes up, and it is good. Cuts the lead down to 15 for the Golden Grizzlies. Now 59-44.
Full lineup change coming in for the Grizzlies as they are not full lineup, but they check in Isaiah Jones, Rocket Watts, and Neville Larua.
Larua is in for the Golden Grizzlies now.
He's been a threat so far in this game. He's been really well on the offensive glass, keeping possessions alive for the Grizzlies.
Justin Williams' second attempt is up and good now. 59-45 Oakland with 12:16 left in the game as Lampman is trying to get out of his own zone. He has 3 Colonials on him. Gives it to Townsend, who tosses it to Rocket Watts, who gives it back to Blake Lampman. Lampman calling the shots right now for the Golden Grizzlies. Arging in. Spins on Bulgaris. Townsend, a spin of his own. Another one. Gets it to Lampman. Lampman, 4 seconds left on the shot clock. No good. Left of the rim.
He had his matchup there. He wanted Fulgaris the whole time. Guard on center matchup. Defensively for a guard can be nearly impossible.
Meanwhile, Navalurua knocks it out of bounds, and it looks like it'll be Robert Morris' ball with the inbound pass as we head to yet another media timeout. which means we'll be taking another break. This is 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. Oakland's up by 14 with about 11 and a half minutes left, where we'll be back. Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to 88.3 FM, WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As we head back from this media timeout, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies are up 59-45 against Robert Morris. 14-point lead. There's about 11 and a half minutes left in the game. Robert Morris has the ball now. Jackson Last has it, gives it to Justice Williams, who gives it to T.J. Wainwright. Looking for a shot, but it looks like he'll look at something else. Gives it to back to Williams, back to Wainwright, back to Last. Last goes for a three, and is no good, but it looks like he draws a foul on Isaiah Jones.
Yes, he got Jones jumping there, and as soon as you go in the air, there's not much you can do as a defender, and usually that's the intention of the shooter, as he just kind of throws one up and draws 3 free throw attempts.
All right, Jackson Last will be attempting a free throw for the Robert Morris Colonials. Looks like this will be his second free throw attempt of the game as it goes up, and it is good. 59-46 now for the Golden Grizzlies with 11:23 left in the game as Last's second attempt is up, and it is also good. Cuts the lead down to about 12. 59-47 Oakland.
Robert Morris doing their best to scratch back into this game, but they have not breached that 10-point mark in a very long time.
Wow. Last third free throw is also good. 3 for 3 on those free throw attempts as the lead is now cut down to 11. With 11:18 left in the game as Trey Townsend has it for the Golden Grizzlies. He gives it to Isaiah Jones, who gives it to Rocket Watts. Watts is patrolling the perimeter. Passes it back to Townsend with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Looking for a shot, and he is no good. Navarro on the rebound attempt. Goes up. It is no good. Robert Morris now has the ball. 59-48. Oakland, 10:51 left in the game. With Jackson Last has his hands on the ball. Passes it to Marquise Hastings. Gives it to Justice Williams. Floats it over to Stephon Walker. Passes it back to Williams with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Keeps it to Jackson Last. Last for 3. And he is good. 59-51 now for the Golden Grizzlies with 10 and a half minutes left in the game. Blake Lampman rushes in. Gets it to Townsend. Goes up. Navalua goes for the dunk, but it goes right off his hands.
Just a bad pass there from Townsend, and Navalua kind of knew it as soon as it came out of his hand.
Meanwhile, Williams goes for a 3 and is no good. Oakland has the ball now once again. Rocket Watts with it. Looking for an opportunity. Gets to Lampman. Hands it back off to Watts. Looking with 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Thinking. Is right. Now goes left. Steps back for 3, and he is good. 62-51 Oakland now with 9:44 left in the game.
And Rocket Watts lines that one up, gets the step back, and knows he has his defender beat, and he lets it fly.
Right, Easton has it now for the Colonials. Now it's Jackson Last. Gives it to Hastings. Hastings spins away from Lampman, gives it to Ford, and is blocked by Naivalurura. Rebound attempt by Hastings is good. Makes it 62-53 Oakland.
A good bucket, but Navalurura once again showing his hustle on defense. He's got 7 boards in the night as well.
All right, Watts has it now. Gets it to Trey Townsend underneath the rim. Passes it back to Watts. Watts looks for a shot. Passes it back to Townsend with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Townsend goes back, steps back, and he is good. 64-53 now. Back up by 11 with 8:55 left in the game.
Townsend looking to take over down here in the stretch and proving why he's one of the best players in this Horizon League.
All right, Justice Williams has it now for the Colonials with 8:45 left in the game. Down by 11. Chris Ford has it. Gives it to Jackson Last. Just short of the 3 for Last. Robert Moore still has it. Keeps it over Williams to Marquise Hastings. Hastings goes up, and he is good for 2. 64-55 now. 8.5 minutes in the game. Oakland still leads. Well, Townsend loses the ball, fights for it, gets it back as the whistle is blown. It'll be a jump ball.
Yeah, Hastings, just another easy basket inside. He has proved how good he is of a threat here. He's got 17 tonight. And for the Grizzlies, they're going to check in. They're going to check in DQ Cole and Jack Golke and Chris Conway back into this game.
haven't heard much from Chris Conway this game. It seems
It's a little slow. Not much tonight. He's only got 4 points. He's only shot the ball 4 times. Not a whole lot from him down low. You have to attribute that to the stellar defense we've seen from Hastings down low, though. It's been a lot. It's been hard for Conway to find any shots tonight.
Well, the inbound pass is Trey Townsend. Heaves it to Chris Conway, gets his hands on it, tosses it to Blake Lampman, gives it to Golke. Golke looking for a shot. Almost looks like it went out of bounds, but he still keeps it in. Townsend to Conway. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Conway goes up for 2. No good, but whistle is blown. Looks like Marquise Hastings will be called for the foul.
Conway, like we just said, not a guy who's been shooting a lot tonight, but gets checked him back to the game and immediately takes his attempt at the rim. He didn't get the shot to fall, but he was able to draw another foul, especially on someone like Hastings.
All right, this will be Chris Conway's first free throw attempt of the game.
Conway only 4 on the night. He's 2 for 5 from the field in 15 minutes played, but he has brought down 2 boards and he has an assist on the night.
All right, here comes Chris Conway's first attempt. First one is up, and it is no good. It banks off the rim.
Conway not typically known as the greatest free throw shooter of this Oakland Grizzlies squad, but he does do his part, and he at least gets to the line giving themselves attempts.
All right, his second attempt is up, and it is no good. Trickles to the right of the rim. Still 64-55 Golden Grizzlies with 8 minutes left in the game as Justice Williams has the ball for the Colonials. Gives it to Alvaro Fulgaris, who then gives it to Marquise Hastings, to TJ Wainwright, who goes up for 2, and he is good. 64-57 Oakland now.
Wainwright's got his 4th points of the night. Just an easy bucket there. Slices through the rim, and there's just no one meets him there.
All right, DQ Cole has it down for the Golden Grizzlies, looking for an opportunity to pass. On left and right, back to the left. Gives it to Trey Townsend as a foul is called on the Colonials.
They're going to give the blocking foul to Hastings. That's going to be his 3rd on the night. And Robert Morris, they're looking to try to come back here, but with a guy like Hastings who's contributed most of his points, he's going to have to be careful so he doesn't get in foul trouble.
Meanwhile, looks like Robert Morris takes another timeout as we'll head to a break. This is 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As we come back from this media timeout, Oakland is up 64-57 with about 7.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, they're having a quick discussion, the referees, to determine if that was going to be a foul on Hastings. And they do, in fact, keep that on him. So that's going to be 3 in the night for him. So Robert Morris is going to have to watch his minutes here and hope he doesn't get fouled out.
All right, Golke has the ball now. Gives it to Lampman. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. The DQ Cole now. Tosses it to Townsend. Gives it to Conway. And it looks like a hold will be called on the Colonials. That'll be T.J. Wainwright.
Yeah, Wainwright going to be called with the offensive or defensive reach there on Conway's way to the rim. That's going to be the 6th foul on the night for Robert Morris. So they're nearing the bonus here. As for Oakland, they've got 3 tonight in the second half.
All right. Golke gets the ball for 3, and he drains it.
Jack
67-57 now.
And Golke knocking down his 3rd 3 of the night. He's 3 for 7.
Yep, makes it a 10-point lead now for the Golden Grizzlies with about 7 minutes. Or 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes left in the game as Jackson Lass has it for the Colonials. Gives it to Josh Corbin. Also to T.J. Wainwright. Screen attempt there by Stephon Walker. No good as Wainwright looks for an opportunity. Lampman tips it, and it goes out of bounds.
Good read there from Blake Lampman. If that ball would have ended up in the hands there of the Robert Morris, they probably would have knocked down that 3. So good defense to intercept the courtside pass. As for the Grizzlies, they're going to check Neville Larua back into the game to put him back on Fulgaris.
As Conway jogs over to the bench. Jackson Lass will be doing the inbound pass for the Colonials. Gives it to Stephon Walker, goes up for 2. With 2 seconds left on the shot clock, his shot is no good. But it looked like Jackson Lass gets the rebound attempt, and now it is 67-59 Oakland with 6.5 minutes left in the game.
And no one there for the Grizzlies to stop that putback. It's an easy 2 points for last.
Townsend has it now for the Golden Grizzlies. Gives it to Blake Lampman. Lampman tries to cross over Corbin for 3. And he is back on the board.
Blake Lampin, that cross-up, that gave him some space there, and he takes it. Knocking down another three. He's got 7 tonight and 23 points for the Grizzlies.
Phenomenal play by Blake Lampman tonight as Robert Morris has the ball now. TJ Wainwright has it. Good attempt there by Jackson Last. So good, but Wainwright gives it to the Last, who gives it to Josh Corbin. Chucks it back to Wainwright. 5 seconds left on the shot clock as Robert Morris goes for an attempt and is no good on the three as whistle is blown.
They're going to call a foul on the Grizzlies there. Fulgaris getting the offensive board. The Robert Morris's Fulgaris, freshman out of Spain, has had quite an impact in this game. He hasn't done a ton, but he's got 5 rebounds on the night, 4 of which have been offensive. So he's not playing a ton of minutes. He's got 17 on the night. He's a freshman. He's not getting a ton of playing time, but he's really making his presence known in that playing time, and he's going to be someone important here for Robert Morris in the coming years.
All right, Jackson Last will have it now for the Colonials. Heaves it over to Fulgaris, who gives it to Justice Williams, who then heaves a pass of his own to Josh Corbin. Chucks it back to Williams, back to Corbin, to Jackson Last for 3. Bounces off the rim, and it is no good as Oakland has the ball now. 5:28 left in the game as DQ Cole has it for the Golden Grizzlies, who gives it to Blake Lampman. Crosses midcourt, gives it to Goldkey, who gives it back to Lampman, who gives it back to Cole. Now he's looking for a shot. Gets to Lampman, tosses it to Trey Townsend. Townsend flips it to DQ Cole. Now he's looking for something. Hands it off to Goldkey. Goldkey gives it to Lampman. Lampman charges up. And it looks like he was too late on the shot as the ref waves off the points.
Knocks it down, but shot clock violation on the Grizzlies. Good defensive possession there by Robert Morris to slow down Oakland, who's made 4 of their last 4 field goals. As for both teams, Isaiah Jones will be checking in for the Oakland Grizzlies, and Hastings does return for Robert Morris.
Meanwhile, Jackson Last will be doing the inbound pass for the Colonials. And looks like Conway will now be coming in, subbing in for Guru as we now resume play. Last has the ball. Gives it to Justice Williams as they cross midcourt. Less than 5 minutes left in the game. Oakland is up 70-59. Justin Williams goes up, and it is good.
An easy jump shot there for Williams. Pretty much uncontested. And as a guy who played at Montverde Academy in high school, he knows how to shoot the basketball. That's an easy points for him.
Yep, that was good from 3, so that's 70-62 now. Oakland's up by 8 with 4.5 minutes left in the game as Lampman has the ball. With 14 seconds left on the shot clock, gives it to Conway. Conway looks for something, passes it to Isaiah Jones. Jones goes right under the rim, gets to Lampman for 3, and it is good. 26 points now on the game for Blake Lampman as it is now an 11-point game. 73-62 now for the Golden Grizzlies as we have a timeout called. I believe Oakland.
Yeah, Lampman knocks down another 3. He's got 8 tonight. 8 for 13, 26 points on the night. It's been a fantastic performance for him and the Grizzlies.
While Coach Campy gets his team all settled right now, we'll be taking another break. It is now 73-62 for the Golden Grizzlies. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU. Your home for OU basketball. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As we head out from this timeout called by Coach Campy, we'll be resuming play as Oakland has a 11-point lead on the Robert Morris Colonials, 73-62 with a little over 4 minutes left in the game. Justice Williams has it now for the Colonials as he charges up in the paint with DQ Cole on him, goes up for 2, and it is no good as it rolls out of bounds.
That one's going to be off the leg of Blake Lampman, and they're going to give the ball to Robert Morris out underneath the basket. 11-point lead right now for Oakland, and that can be attributed to the spark in offense we've seen in this second half from Goldkey and Townsend. Goldkey's got 14 points now with 3 knockdown three-pointers, and Townsend has gotten to the rim. He's 5 for 9 tonight with 11.
All right. After a long pass there to Corbin, Stephon Walker has it underneath the rim as it goes in. And the whistle is blown. Looks like it'll be an and one attempt for the Colonials.
It's a weak foul there, Baru. It's just not necessarily something you want to see. Nevaluro has been playing so good so far in this game. He's got 2 points, but he's got 7 big rebounds. Just kind of a weaker foul. If you're going to we don't like to wish harm on people, but it's said commonly, if you're going to foul him, foul him. A little bit of a smack on the arm to a guy the size of Walker, I mean, that shot's going in every single time.
Meanwhile, Walker's free throw attempt is no good. It's still 73-64 now, Oakland, with 3:46 left in the game. DQ Cole has it now for the Golden Grizzlies with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Lampman now has it. Goes up to the left, charges up into the paint, gives it to DQ Cole for three, and he drains it.
Another three there for DQ Cole, and once again, he's been that real spark that we've seen recently in these Oakland Grizzlies games, and he thrives here on the blacktop. He plays very well in these home games for the Grizzlies.
All right, Josh Corbin has it now for the Colonials, tosses it to Justice Williams. Gives it back to Corbin. Corbin goes up for three. No good, as Naivalarua gets the rebound for the Golden Grizzlies.
They're going to slow it down here. The Grizzlies trying to burn some clock. 3 minutes to go in this game, up by 12.
Marching midcourt is Blake Lampman, who gives it to DQ Cole. DQ Cole goes up to the near corner, gives it to Naivalarua, who's underneath the rim. Goes up for two. No good as he draws a foul.
Yeah, where that ball was caught, Naivalarua catching it on his left with his back to the basket on the low right block. He was able to toss his defender off balance and find an easy lane the other way. Wasn't able to convert the shot, but he still gets himself to the line and gives himself 2 free throws. That's also going to be the first personal foul on Walker, who's been one of the key contributors inside on defense, particularly defending Trey Townsend. So we'll see what Trey tries to do with this guy running low on fouls in the game.
Meanwhile, Naivalurua's first free throw is up and no good. So 76-14 Oakland now. 2:51 left in the game. Oakland's up by 12. Looking to keep it like that way, maybe even extend the lead. And Naivalurua's second free throw attempt is up, and it is good. Now it is 77-64. Less than 3 minutes left in the game. Oakland's up by 13. Well, Justice Williams has it for the Colonials. Banks it over to Marquise Hastings.
And they're going to call the over the back foul there on Hastings. Yes, they're going to give it to Hastings. That's going to be his fourth personal foul, too, on the night. And Oakland is also now in the bonus, so they're going to get free throw shots out of this, sending Jack Golke to the line.
Yep, this will be Golke's seventh free throw attempt of the game. He's 5 for 6 so far.
Golke, a prideful shooter here from the free throw line, 79% on the year.
All right, ref gives him the ball. Golke is ready to go. All right, Golke's first attempt is up, and it is good.
That's going to extend the lead now to 14 with 2:40 to go.
Yep, 78-64 Oakland up against the Colonials. 2:40 left in the game. Meanwhile, Golke's second attempt, up and good. Looked like it was going to bounce out, but it made all the right moves, and he drains it.
Golke also gets checked out of the game. Isaiah Jones coming back in, particularly for the defensive end of the court.
All right, Robert Morris has it now. Justice Williams with the ball. Goes up for two. Just off the mark. Oakland now has it. Nope, never mind. It'll be Robert Morris who has it. Rips it out from, I believe that was DQ Cole. Meanwhile, Josh Corbin with the three, and he drains it. 79-67 now. Golden Grizzlies up with 2:24 left in the game. And it looks like there'll be a timeout called. I believe this is going to be Robert Morris's timeout.
Yes, those second chance points have been a real problem so far in this game for Oakland to defend. They're going to have to switch it up, and they're going to have to start grabbing some of these boards if they're going to keep their lead.
All right, then we'll be. While this timeout goes on, we'll be taking another break. This is 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. Oakland's up by 12 when we'll be back. All right, everyone, welcome back. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU, your home for OU basketball. As we head back from this timeout, Oakland's up by 12 right now with 2:24 left in the game. Score is 79-67 against the Robert Morris Colonials. Well, Trey Townsend has it now. Flips it to Rocket Watts. Watts goes up. Attempt for a dunk there by Conway. It doesn't get it, but the ball still goes in the net and is 81-67 with 2 minutes left in the game.
It seems he got hammered on that possession. I think he thought he did too. But regardless, he's able to knock down the two and tack on more to this lead for the Grizzlies.
All right, Justice Williams has it for the Colonials as the 2-minute mark passes. And it looks like, and the ball go out of bounds. It looks like it'll still be Robert Morris' ball. Jackson Last will be doing the passing for the Colonials.
Jones and Nevalarua return for the court. Can't help but notice that Campy's kind of playing this on a two sides of the court situation. He's got Jones and Nevalarua playing on the defensive end, and on the other side he's got Conway and he's got Golke on the offensive end.
Josh Corbin gets the pass for the Colonials, and it drains in. It's 81-69 now for the Golden Grizzlies with less than 2 minutes left in the game.
And Campy not happy about that and-one bucket as he immediately takes his two defensive guys back out of the game to throw in his offensive guys once again.
Oakland's up by 12 now with less than 2 minutes. Let's see what they got going on. Let's see what Oakland has going on defense. See if Coach Campy can find a way to contain the Colonials.
Corbin's got 7 on the night, and he's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Looking to convert here.
Yep, his first attempt and his last attempt is up and good. Lampman now has it. Up by 11 right now is the Golden Grizzlies. Trey Townsend with it. Gets it to Rocket Watts as he crosses midcourt. As the whistle is blown, it goes right through Chris Conway's hands as well.
They're going to call a foul there, thankfully, on the possession there because the throw was a little bit wild and pretty much ungrabbable by Chris Conway as Jones and Nevalarua return once again for the Grizzlies with Lampman and Townsend in the defensive court. They're going to leave Rocket Watts to shoot his free throws all by himself on the offensive end.
Meanwhile, Coach Jewell had a word to say about to the refs. I don't know what that was, but it looked like he was not happy.
First free throw on the way from Rocket Watts is up, and it is good.
Nice job there by Rocket Watts. It's now 82-70 Oakland with 1:48 left in the game.
Rockets has got his 8th point of the night.
Alrighty, here comes Watts' second attempt. It is up, and it is good. Now Oakland has a 13-point lead against the Colonials with about a little over 100 seconds left in the game.
DQ Cole will check back in the game for Rockets, so Campy can have a quick word with Watts, and the ball will belong to Robert Morris after those free throws.
Justice Williams has it on the far side. Flips it to Last, who flips it to Hastings. Gives it to Corbin. Corbin goes for a 3, and he airballs it. Meanwhile, on the rebound is Stephon Walker, and he drains it. 83-72 now. Golden Grizzlies with less than 90 seconds left in the game. DQ Cole has it. Gives it to Townsend. Townsend wide open. Tries for a dunk attempt for Nevalarua.
Alley-oop attempt. And
alley-oop, that's the word.
That's the second time in this game we've seen Trey Townsend just kind of misfire an alley-oop attempt, and I think Bruce not too happy about that. He wants a slam dunk.
It would be very satisfying if he got the alley-oop off right there to end this game, but it looks like it won't come to be.
But they are going to draw a foul, at least, so Isaiah Jones will go to the line to get his first points of the game as he's able to knock down free throw number 1.
Nice job there by Isaiah Jones. Is now up by 12 for the Golden Grizzlies. 84-72 with a minute 19 left in the game. All right, Jones' second free throw is up, and it's unfortunately no good as Robert Morris has the ball now. 1:15 left in the game. Stephon Walker to Jackson Last to Josh Corbin. Corbin going for 3, and it is no good. Isaiah Jones tries to get his hands on the ball, but it bounces out of bounds. It looks like it'll be Oakland ball, though. That is good to hear.
And Conway and Golke come back in, and 1 minute left in this game. It's going to be a tough deficit for Robert Morris to come back from. They're down by 12, 84-72.
All right, where the inbound pass will be Blake Lampman, who has been phenomenal so far this game with 26 points tonight. Tosses it to Trey Townsend. A little over a minute left. Gets it to Lampman. Lampman fakes a pass. Dribbles around to the far perimeter. Gives it to DQ Cole. Cole gives it to Golke. Golke for 3. Bang! 87-72 now. 46 seconds. Nice job there by Golke.
That's the offense you want there from Jack to end this game as he puts him up by 15. He's got 19 on the night now.
Meanwhile, Hastings has it for the Colonials. A little over 30 seconds left. Last goes for 3, and it is wide left. Townsend flips it over to Lampman. Lampman is going to try and kill the rest of this clock. And he's just going to be nice and slow about it, not going to try and do anything stupid.
They're going to dribble this out, and the arena gets on their feet for another Oakland Grizzlies victory here on the Blacktop. Make sure you guys stay tuned for a post-game interview with our sideline reporter, Harjun Buttar.
6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will do it for tonight. Oakland wins by 15, 87-72 against the Robert Morris Colonials.
Yeah, what a fantastic win for Oakland. They're going to improve to 9-3 in the conference now, 14-9 overall. And as for Robert Morris, they're going to drop a little lower. They're going to be now 8-14 overall, and now are 4-7 in the conference. It was the game that Oakland was looking for. They needed this win against a lower tier opponent, and they wanted this win, and they proved themselves out there today.
That is true. As we get the last of the handshakes for both teams, we're going into the interview right now with our sideline reporter Harjun and Buttar after a phenomenal game by the Oakland Grizzlies. And it looks like it'll be Trey Townsend who'll be doing it. Harj, you have the floor.
In 1 minute, we're going to have Trey Townsend will be doing this interview, and we're going to send it to Harj.
Thanks for joining me, Trey. I got to say, looking at that, Blake Lampman, your co-host, you're typically you're typically the guy who kind of dominates the game, and being the resident expert and feeling it, what can you say about Blake Lampman kind of in practice? Did you have an inclination that he was going to do this today?
Yeah, for sure. You know, that just shows how talented we are as a team. Any given night, anyone can have a night like that. Blake works harder than anyone that I know, him and Jack both, and they push each other to be the best shooters they can. So having two guys like that both consistently shoot how they have been, it's been great for us, and it's hard for teams to stop us when we're shooting like that.
I know you had kind of a slow start to the game, but you kind of picked it up. What did you see later in the game that helped you kind of get those points back?
You know, I didn't really need to do too much in the first half. You know, Blake had 20 points, and I was just kind of out there doing whatever I could to help us. Second half, they had to put a lot more focus on them, so it kind of opened some things up for me, and I was just taking what I could get and came out with a big win, so that was good at home.
You guys got a huge one on Saturday against Cleveland State. Obviously, you've got a great mindset over the last couple of games. It's been working. How do you keep that mindset going?
You know, we just got to keep rolling. Playing at home is a lot better than playing on the road. We got great fans, great crowd, and that momentum's a real thing. And when Blake's making 3 after 3 and the crowd's getting loud, that's what's going to help us to push on a win. And Cleveland State's a great team. You know, we've played them once. We've lost a tough game there, but, you know, we've got to defend the home court, so we're excited.
Thank you so much, Trey, for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And thank you, Harj, for the fantastic interview, and thank you, Trey Townsend, for a fantastic basketball game.
Yes, that was a phenomenal game right there. Thank you for listening tonight. This is an 88.3 FM WXOU. I've been Noah Stalker, here with Gavin Smilowski. And tune in on February 3rd at 1 p.m. to see the Golden Grizzlies take on Cleveland State. And we'll be signing off tonight.
All right. That was the game. And we won. Thank you, Gavin, Noah, and Harj, for all the work that you do. All right. So that was the game. That was that. Final score, 87 points for Oakland University and 72 points for RMU. Top point scorers, Justice Williams with a total of 18 for RMU, and Blake Lampman with a total of 26. What an incredible game. What an incredible night. All right. I hope all you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Awesome. Nice job, Oakland University. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU. Oakland University men's basketball next game is Saturday, February 3rd versus Cleveland State. All right, thank you. I have been Zachary Max Oberdier, PSA Director of WXOU, signing off. Have a good night, everyone.